right, welcome in. Here goes your World War III news. So it looks like the United States has released a video of doing a joint operation with Ecuador on drug cartel. So it looks like we're going to war with them in the south in Ecuador. We also have this Iranian drone right here that targeted a military base in Bahrain. Look at this impact. Boom.
Right now, I've been keeping y'all updated. I got a boy in the Navy, my childhood friend. I checked on him Monday. It's Thursday now. Still haven't heard back. I don't know if they're telling him not to respond, but he was in Bahrain. I'm hoping he wasn't at that base. I don't know.
Direct strike. We have the Israelis that did a huge airstrike in Beirut, and they've been attacking all across Lebanon as they've been hitting different positions of Hezbollah. Then we have the Iranians that's mad after 165 schoolgirls were killed in an Israeli and United States strike on a school. And if you're having problems with your service or with any apps, it's probably because of the AWS being struck by Iranian drones. It's been struck twice. So they're saying that's going to bring problems, and also there's cyber attack and other types of stuff going on right now. All right, let's get on with the news. So we got the United States opening military action in Ecuador against terrorist organizations. We have Iran getting ready to run Khamenei's funeral, but it looks like they have delayed it because of the strikes that the US and Israel are doing on their country right now. We have around 140 people missing after an Iranian Navy ship has sunk off the coast of Sri Lanka. They're saying 180 people were on board, but 32 people were rescued. And by the way, Iran says they got questions about this. How the heck did this ship get sunk? Turkey is telling Iran that they have the right to respond after an Iranian ballistic missile was detected hitting towards Turkey. It was intercepted, but they are saying if this continues, they will respond. The United States Embassy in Qatar is telling their nationals to leave now. This is the one about Israel hitting Beirut as well. There is questions on how Iran is getting cluster munition, and they're pointing to the roles of Russia and China. I told people they were going to give them military aid. In the last video, I told you guys about the US soldiers being told that Jesus anointed the Iran war to start Armageddon for a second return. If you want to read through it yourself, all you got to do is put United States military and Jesus into Google or Brave or whatever search engine you use, and it will come all up. I prove all my stuff. You got nothing to worry about here. Pete Hegseth is saying that the United States is not going to let up in their attacks in Iran. It's only going to intensify from here on out. We have a United States submarine that sinked a Iranian warship as the war is intensifying over there. The whole region's on fire right now. And Israel is warning Iran the next supreme leader will be a target. So whoever they pick is still going to be a target. So even Khamenei's son might be a target. Man, that's the latest. I got more news coming next.
Excellent reporting from this brother right here. Given the updates we need to hear, I wanted to look into the articles of them saying the second coming, saying that Iran could signal the second coming or the end times. These people know their scriptures, although they might not follow them, although they work for Hashatan, the devil also knows the scriptures as well. Mind you, while all of this is going on, they're also building bunkers still. Building more bunkers, investing into what they think will save them, which it won't. A bunker won't save them. Matthew 16:19, do not store up for yourself treasures on the earth. That's what they're doing, storing up treasures on the earth instead of seeking the kingdom. 20, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. They're going against the scriptures, but they do know that we are at the end times. They got to put it out there. They're playing their part in it. They're being used, and they know that they're being used. Hashatan is working through them. Attention family, biblical prophecy is unfolding right before our eyes. I'm about to give y'all the latest updates of what's going on. It's so much that you have to listen closely while he unpacks it. You don't want to miss anything. You want to be in the knowing of what's going down.
Quick update, there's a lot going on. A Boeing E-6B Mercury, which is a U.S. Navy nuclear command and control aircraft for submarines, is crossing the Atlantic to the Middle East, which is not a common route for this aircraft. The U.S. tested a doomsday missile off the coast of California. China has told their largest oil refiners to suspend exports of gasoline and diesel. China is sending a special envoy to mediate and help resolve the situation in Iran. Iran struck the U.S. Embassy compound in Saudi Arabia, the U.S. consulate in Dubai. They vowed to, quote-unquote, completely destroy military and economic infrastructure in the Middle East. So this includes U.S. bases and oil assets. Iranian drones have struck this pipeline in Georgia, which supplies 30% of this country's oil. The U.S. Senate voted 53 to 47 against limiting Trump's war power on Iran, meaning they voted against Trump needing Congress approval for more military action. The U.S. has assisted in around 9,000 Americans with leaving the region, with around 1,600 more requesting help. Putin said that perhaps Russia will stop supplying European countries with gas. The UK Defense Ministry has confirmed that the drone that struck the UK base in Cyprus did not come from Iran. Majority of Cuba was hit by a nationwide electricity blackout. The main causes apparently were from major oil shortages as well as technical failures. A massive explosion happened today in Logan Township, New Jersey, at an industrial facility. The blast was apparently powerful enough to be felt miles away in the Philadelphia region, South Jersey, and even Delaware. Witnesses described it as shaking buildings like an earthquake and shockwaves that destroyed windows nearby. At least 4 people were critically injured. No cause has been officially confirmed yet. The DOJ has taken down more than 47,000 files from the Epstein files, which is around 65,000 pages. An Iranian ballistic missile was tracked heading into Turkish airspace. It flew over Iraq and Syria before being intercepted by NATO. The exact intended target remains unclear. Turkish officials claimed the missile was aimed at Greek Cyprus, but veered off course before it was intercepted. So in response, Greece deployed military assets to Cyprus, including F-16 aircraft, a frigate, and reactivated its Common Defense Pact with Cyprus. Former Marine Sergeant Brian McGinnis stood up in Congress today to say we don't want to go to war with Iran on this country's behalf. He was removed by Capitol Police, and the result of that was his arm was broken. It didn't look intentional, but it happened. The House voted to block the release of congressional misconduct reports. They voted 357 to 65 to block it. 182 Democrats and 175 Republicans voted to block it. The Canadian Prime Minister is not ruling out military action with the U.S. and this country against Iran. He said, quote, "We will stand by our allies when it makes sense." An oil tanker near Kuwait got hit by a large explosion, resulting in a huge oil spill. The IDF soldiers have a third temple patch on their uniforms. If you know, you know. The House Oversight Committee has voted to subpoena Pam Bondi, requiring her to testify about the DOJ's handling of the Epstein files.
That might have been a lot to follow. I hope you took notes, or I hope you've been in the know and doing your research on your own, staying up to date, staying a watchman, so you can connect it with the end time prophecies, so you know exactly where you stand. That's all we can do, discern it, right? So we are not deceived. Strong deception is coming.
Welcome back to the end of the world. So as you know, World War III has started. The United States and Israel have started to attack Iran. And we are now in the 4th day of this war. And we can expect this war to last for many weeks, possibly also for many years. But I promise you that after this war is done, the world will never be the same again.
Right. It'll never be the same after this. If it does last years, right? If it lasts years, I wouldn't be surprised. We all know what this all gears up towards. After 2028, the world won't be the same no more. They're banking on 2030. But really, this year is the last year where it'll be quote unquote normal. It's already not normal, to be real. It hasn't been normal since before COVID, right? But things are changing so fast. This is the transitional year, if y'all don't know. This is a pivotal year for not only us, but for the whole world.
Boys, it's official. This major Iran leader just got taken out following the U.S. and Boys, it's official. This major Iran leader just got taken out following the U.S. and Iran bombing. And it's causing major eruption. But I think there's a way I'm gonna make millions of dollars from this overnight. So right now, the official White House page changed their name to Golden Age of America. And it's true that Trump has been working on the Golden Dome of America. Do you see where I'm starting to connect everything here? Now, apparently this is gonna be used to defend against aerial attacks from other countries. And it looks like they're starting to speed up this project because of what's going on right now. Now, you remember that leaked transcript of them talking about tokenizing the dome on March 24th? And if you check the big guy's portfolio, he's one of the largest largest holders of this Dome token. It even just got listed on Coinbase. Now hear me out, one of the largest crypto events this year is going on March 24th. And if the big guy announces this token there, this thing is gonna go crazy. If you wanna check it out, just search Golden Dome Reserve, make sure it's this contract address, and make sure not to buy any fakes. I'll pin the contract address as well. You can find it on the Phantom wallet or just go on Coinbase. By the way, this is not financial advice, this is just what I'm buying. Always do your own research and let's see what happens.
All right, now, I wanted to put this clip in here because that Golden Dome, that was on The Simpsons. I shared this earlier last year, right? Where this defense dome in Springfield on The Simpsons was used to trap them in. People couldn't leave the country. They couldn't book international flights. They couldn't go nowhere. It was promoted as a defense mechanism. We got to keep our eye on this. Could it be for defense or could it be used for something else? Moral of the story, if you plan on getting out, the window is closing.
Guys, this World War III leak could make us very wealthy, but you have to act fast, so pay attention. New leaked emails between Donald Trump and the Secretary of War is showcasing how they know World War III is about to begin. Not only that, but they mentioned this thing called the Golden Dome being used to protect us during war. And they also mentioned wanting to tokenize it. After doing research, the Golden Dome project is actually live and almost done right now. And it will be the world's strongest missile defense system that will protect the US and its allies from nuclear weapons. Since they mentioned tokenization, I checked BlackRock's crypto portfolio, and funny enough, they added this token on Solana called Dome. They even listed it on Coinbase. You can look this up by typing in Dome or the Golden Dome Reserve. Also, it is not funded by taxpayers, instead by Venezuela oil assets, allies paying for protection, and elementals retrieved crypto. Larry Fink also made it clear that BlackRock's main focus is on the Golden Dome, and they will do everything possible to pump this to the moon. This is not financial advice. Articles are already showcasing that this is going to be the strongest missile defense system, which means America will be the strongest country once World War III begins. I'm even seeing huge whales on Reddit talking about entering Dome currency. And once Trump talks about this at the expo on March 24th, this is going to go viral. To find this coin on Phantom Wallet, type in Dome or the Golden Dome Reserve. Make sure it's the right one because there's a lot of fake ones out there.
I really don't know how to feel about this. Drop in the comments, what do y'all think? How do y'all feel about this Golden Dome thing? This is where they get you. This will be the introduction to tokenizing everything on out after this. With all of the light on the Golden Dome, people will now understand that they're about to tokenize everything, literally. And it's playing right into that agenda. That's why I'm saying I don't know how to feel about it. It's playing right into that agenda. They want to tokenize literally everything. And of course, all of a sudden, a war pops off, and the first thing that will be tokenized is the defense mechanism. Is that random? Or was that purposeful? This is not financial advice. I'm not telling anybody to invest into this crypto coin. You do what you please with your money. That's not what this video is about. It's to make you aware. Let me ask you, do you think that World War III will pop off in the coming days or weeks? Or do you think things will come to cease? It won't be that bad. I want to ask you personally, do you think conflict will continue to escalate? Things will intensify? If you're unsure, say I'm unsure. But share in the comment section below your thoughts, your opinion. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, it's your brother YT. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.